Goes the family. Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys are having a great and exceptional day. All right, so let's just get into it. This is a great subject matter that I'm talking about today. All right, and it's going to be a long video. And you know what? When I'm passionate about something, I'm going to talk about it. So let's get it. It's that time of the week where I love to highlight Black-owned businesses, family. And today I take you all to the wonderful city of Chicago, Illinois. And unlike what the media always has to say, here we like to talk about positive things that are taking place throughout the Black community, specifically today's Chicago, Illinois. And I'm going to be going over a list of 20 Black-owned businesses located in the Chicagoland area. All right, number one, Black Ensemble Theater, which was founded back in 1976 by actress, producer, and playwright Jackie Taylor. Black Ensemble Theater has grown from a small community arts organization to a world-renowned fine arts institution, an absolute staple in Chicago's Black arts and cultural community. The mission of the Black Ensemble Theater is to combat racism and its damaging effects on society through the theater arts. It's a working proof that when you help foster dialogue, you can foster understanding and acceptance. And I love it, and did not realize that such a place like this even existed. And it's like I said, why? Because the media does a beautiful job of, this is why I don't really buy into too much of what the media says anymore. I go off of what I've seen. Now look, every now and then, yeah, there's certain places in the world, not just America, that you don't want to go to because you might just end up getting killed or kidnapped. But when it comes to the United States of America, I say that, hey, check it out for yourself, then ask questions later. All right? That's just, do your own research. Other parts of the world, different story. But when it comes to your home country, you should, for the most part, know your backyard and get to see all parts. And hey, that's why gentrification works, because you had in the most roughest neighborhoods and communities, little by little, block by block, places getting bought and flipped and things of that nature, but you still had high crime rates in those areas. But you had people who come from a more affluent background moving to those areas, and they weren't scared. So if they're not scared, you shouldn't be scared. And I'll leave it at that, all right? All righty, so let's get into it. Number two, Boxville, which was founded in 2014 with the mission to disrupt the typical startup model, which is rife with obstacles for inner city entrepreneurs. What started as a single shipping container offering bike repairs has grown into a bona fide commerce district in the heart of Bronzeville, with room for 20 small businesses to operate. Boxville shows no signs of slowing down. The shipping container marketplace now boasts a bookstore, the book joint and athletic apparel shop, last lap corner store, and a plant haven. The greenhouse, among many other small BIPOC owned businesses that operate year-round. And this is a beautiful thing. And I've seen businesses like this in Los Angeles, California. It was next to this burger place that I went to. And I thought it was very interesting that not only that a place like this existed, but the fact that it shows that, hey, there's so many things that you can do when you put your mind to it. So I think it's a beautiful thing. Number three, Chef Eric Williams has been bubbling up, creating a restaurant empire of his own that focuses on elevating and showcasing Black flavors through heritage ingredients, bold flavors, and impeccable culinary experiences. You can get a taste of Chef Williams' culinary skills at any of his 4 vehicle ventures. True Virtue, his James Beard Award-winning upscale Southern Eatery in Hyde Park, when you want to treat yourself to a night out. If you would rather opt for a more casual experience, you can still get all flavors and flair minus the white tablecloths at the nearly open Daisy's Poor Boy Tavern. Or stay home and experience it from your couch with delivery or carry out from Mustard Seed Kitchen or Top this mac and cheese. No matter how you spend it, you are in for a great meal. So hey, something to check out. Number 4, Ibraham, who didn't let the pandemic stop her from doing what she loves. The fine dining chef who typical charges upwards of $250 per person for her own over-the-top underground dinner parties, pivoted during COVID-19 to provide more than 60,000 free meals to families who have been financially impacted by the pandemic. While Chef Q has continued to focus on activism and advocacy, now that the world is getting back to group dining and some sort of normalcy, you can once again sign up to experience a themed dinner party from the 2021 CNN Hero and 2021 Red Cross Disaster Hero Award recipient. So go check it out. Number 5, Westside native Terrell Jones has found a consistent success exerting his influence inspired by Chicago roots on the streetwear world through his clothing brand Paradise Design House and popular clothing and accessories boutique Fat Tiger Wood Shop, owned in partnership with Joe Fresh Goods and Vic Lloyd. More recently, Jones has turned his eye to fine arts by converting his brick and mortar gallery, Cherry Mountain Arts, into a nonprofit art center. And between exhibits, you'll find the space filled with people not just viewing art, but learning about creating it. Cherry Mountain Arts stands out thanks to its focus on educational programming, open studio days, and community outreach for aspiring local artists. And before I go to number 6, this is a beautiful thing, because I was thinking about this today. I was just like, just imagine owning a commercial spot like this, and and arts, but be able to have a multitude of, say, poetry readings, hip hop battles, paint, the paint and sip parties. Those are very popular. There's so many things you can do with a commercial space, event space, that it's insane. So it's just, and that's why I commend Tariq Nasheed, who opened up the Hidden History Museum, which is not just going to be a museum for displaying historical artifacts and things of that nature, but he's going to have a multitude of events all at the same time. And I think it's a beautiful thing. And the more that we see things like this, the more that people can not only enjoy, but people can get hired, and then people can learn how to run a business, and they can pass down that information down to their family, etc., and so forth. So that's just one thing to take into consideration. All right. Number 6. Now, in its 8th year, Chicago Black Restaurant Week is a delicious celebration of Black-owned food and beverages businesses and around Chicago. Founded in 2015 by Lauren Smith, with mission of CBRW is to increase the visibility of Black-owned businesses that haven't been always gotten time in the spotlight. To drum up even more support in 2023, Chicago's Black Restaurant Week was extended to 2 weeks, from February 12th to 26th, so it just happened because we're on March 11th right now. With over 30 restaurants participating, Smith's mission doesn't stop once the event is over. You can visit her page around to find more information on Black-owned eateries all over Chicagoland area. And before I go on to number 7, that reminds me of last year, where in the state of Virginia, my home state, they had the same thing, a Black business convention. And it had Black businesses from all over the state of Virginia, in one of the biggest convention centers in Central Virginia, highlighting and showing, displaying Black-owned businesses, banks, colleges, things and it was a great atmosphere. It was a great vibe. It was a hot day, but I was glad that I went there. And if you're on my TikTok page or on my Instagram page, you will be able to see highlights from that all at the same time. So check it out. But I love to see, like I said, when I talk about Black-owned businesses and being prideful, it's not about hating any other race. It's not about talking bad about any other race. I grew up in the Rainbow Coalition world of Woodbridge, Virginia. I have no problem with any other race. The only people I can't stand are just douchebags, and they come in all colors, shapes, and sizes. So that's why this isn't hate. It's just, hey, everybody taking care of each other from an economic standpoint and going from there. So that's just what it is. Number 7, you may know this gentleman right here from popular TikTok, speaking of TikTok, videos where he fills the world in on little known Chicago history facts and makes the case for why this is the best city on earth. But Chicago urban historian Sherman Dilla Thomas, aka at Six Figure Dilla, so check him out, is much more than just the latest viral sensation. Since gaining internet notoriety, Thomas has parlayed the online attention into the IRL history tours all around Chicago, available through his newly formed Chicago Mahogany Tours, which I want to visit Chicago, and I might have to check his tours out. Ticket holders can catch a free ride on the Dilla bus and cruise throughout. I'm going to check it out when I go to Chicago. Forget that. On the Dilla bus and cruise around throughout some of Chicago's oldest, most interesting neighborhoods, soaking up the scenes and hearing about local landmarks. Tradition and historical facts all narrated the Chicago way by the city's favorite urban historian. All right, so check them out if you're in Chicago or whatnot. You know, number 8. Like I said, there's so many great things happening in the city, but like I said, and like any other major city in America, it's being gentrified. But that's why, you know, like I said, the media does a great job of scaring the crap out of people. It's like I grew up in Northern Virginia, right outside of Washington D.C. Washington D.C. used to be quote unquote one of the most dangerous cities in America. But if you own real estate and held on to real estate, you could be a millionaire right now, or close to being a millionaire right now, especially if you pass down real estate from family member to family member, things of that nature. You could be a millionaire right now because Washington D.C. right now, it's basically you can't get a house for no less than $500,000. You know, in Washington D.C. right now, it's like it's normal to pay $800,000 and up, $700,000. Like if you own a house in New York City, you own a house in Los Angeles, California, San Francisco, the value of the property is insane. So that's why. And if anybody that lives in the Chicagoland area, as far as the city limits, and you own property, hold on to it unless you're willing to sell it, and only sell it for a huge profit if you're going to sell it, because that's just what it is. And I'll leave it at that. I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do. But anyways, number 8, coffee, hip hop, and mental health. Musician Christopher Lamarck, who founded Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health after personally gripping with depression, PTSD, and social anxiety by working with licensed therapists to create safe coffee house style spaces. Lamarck has helped communities normalize therapy and have honest conversations around mental health. The organization has expanded its operation with Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health University, a free therapy program that aims to make cost-prohibitive mental health therapy, mental health resources more easily accessible for the Black community of Chicago. It's called CHHMH. Also runs a concept shop in Lakeview that sells coffee and merch, with proceeds benefiting nonprofits like People's Food Drive. So nothing but love and respect for that, and I don't think the nonprofits, the ones that are righteous, get enough love and respect. So I have to put that into the equation as well. Number 9, in the 2018, Liz Abuna founded 40 Acres Fresh Market with the goal to provide high quality produce to Chicago's West Side food deserts. The organization tackles food insecurity by providing pop-up markets and daily delivery in underserved communities. Visitors can shop farm fresh fruits and vegetables on site and sign up for a subscription box for as little as $10 a month. That's not a bad price. Abuna is now turning her attention to setting down roots with a brick and mortar retail space to come in the Austin neighborhood. And like I said, this is a program that not only, she's not in it just to only make a profit, but she's in it to help people out, because especially the major cities have always been food deserts. So nothing but love and respect to her. Number 10, we're halfway there, family. Hugs and Slugs. In addition to Black-owned businesses, it's important to remember to support our homegrown activists. We can't think of a more worthy candidate than Dr. Aletha Clark, aka Inglewood Barbie, and her Hugs and Slugs campaign. Since 2015, Dr. Clark has been using her platform to aid Chicago's housing insecure communities through food and cash donations, events, mentorship, and most importantly, allyship. The overall goal is to help get their homeless friends some permanent shelter and address the systemic issues that lead to homelessness in the first place. After being named Chicagoan of the Year in 2020 for raising and distributing tens of thousands of dollars in direct relief to the streets, Dr. Clark's activism doesn't stop when the pandemic did. She currently is raising funds to open a permanent shelter for her friends and has committed to sleeping under the viaduct in a tent of her own until the goal has been met. Well, God bless her, and I wish her nothing but love and respect. And like I said, organizations like this do not get enough attention, do not get enough love. I'm glad I'm one person in the drop of the social media world that is talking about this. So nothing but love and respect to the efforts of Dr. Clark. Keep up the great work. All right, number 11. Located right in the heart of Brownsville, Illinois, Creative Studio is a collaborative platform meant to educate, celebrate, elevate Black artists. Founder and Southside native Rachel Gadsden has made it her mission to remind aspiring Chicago artists that they don't have to leave home to gain success notoriety. With ILA, a younger generation of artists can find educational experiences and programming that features hard-earned wisdom from Chicago-made and Chicago-paid professionals. While the industry may tell talents to head for the coast, i.e. New York, i.e. Los Angeles, or nowadays even Miami or Atlanta, ILA wants them to know that they can put down roots there in Chicago and still grow, have sustainable careers. And before I go forward, I remember the gentleman from the show Thea. He was on the show, the movie The Jacksons, An American Dream, and played the singing voice of Simba in the original Lion King. I think his name is Jason Weaver. That's his name. Yeah, Jason Weaver. I can't believe it. I usually don't remember most actors' names like that unless they're huge, big time. But Jason Weaver is from Chicago. And I remember he talked about how not only how Chicago has a great blue-collar working population, but it is actually a place where a lot of jingles were made and a lot of stars and great music has come out of Chicago even before the big boom in the hip-hop days. So nothing but love and respect, and I just hope everybody keeps up the great work. Number 12, pies with a purpose. Yes, please. Founder Maya Camille Bruiser launched her Justice of the Pies to honor her late father, criminal defense attorney Stephen J. Brossard. Hope I'm not butchering her name, and celebrate his love of baking. She also gives new life to her dad's belief that everyone deserves a second chance at reforming their lives. I agree with that. And continuing this mission, Justice of the Pies partners with the Cabrini Green Legal Aid, known as CGLA, an organization dedicated to providing aid and supporting low-income individuals. So like I said, these are great things because it's not just all about for-profit. A lot of times people forget that when you have passion, the profit comes later because of your passion. You know what I mean? But people who have adversely been affected by criminal justice system, it makes buying a slice of caramel pie, even though I'm not a pie person, I used to be when I was younger, apple, crumble, or strawberry, basil, key lime taste even sweeter. Number 13, let's get into it. Michael Lavelle Wines is the dream project of Chicago native of Terrace. Lavelle Lowe, along with partners Aaron, Michael Codd, Campbell, Brandon L. Crump, and Summerler Devin M. Kennedy. The group noticed a void in fresh culinary relevant wine craftsmanship and decided to disrupt the space, and they are so glad that they did. Michael offers well-crafted, easy drinking vintages marketed towards the often overlooked in the wine world, at least Black millennial audience. Since launching in June 2020 during the pandemic, they've done some impressive expansion, well-earned from honing in on their local homegrown audience and putting on for the city in a space that is both notoriously white and difficult to break into. And before I go to number 14, I have to commend these gentlemen for doing this because, once again, this was done during the pandemic, okay? And I remember saying before, during the pandemic of 2020, either you're going to be more productive or you're going to be more lazy. And a lot of people got more lazy and a lot of people became more productive, and it's easier said than done. But the fact that these people said, hey, June in 2020, we're going to launch something. The world might be in disarray. The world might be in some sort of chaos. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't even know if tomorrow's promised. But darn it, we still going to make some moves. That's nothing but love and respect on that one. All right, family? All right. Number 14, whether they're shoveling snow in Inglewood or cleaning up debris from a tornado in Rogers Park. My block, my hood, my city's mission is clear: taking care of people no matter what. In addition to volunteering, MBMHMC provides opportunities to underprivileged youth to explore communities and cultures outside of their own, helping young people's network and expand their knowledge of the world they live in. Their core values, interconnectivity, empathy, hope, and civic responsibility help guide their mission and provide a foundation for the youth to ensure a successful future no matter what. And I, like I said, organizations like this, nothing but love and respect for them. Organizations like this, I don't even mind contributing to, because I know that it takes, regardless of what anybody says, especially in the United States of America, it does take a community. It takes a village in order for you to make things happen, in order for you to make a place better. This Lone Ranger nonsense, I always say, take it from the immigrants who pile up together in a house, When you got 7 to 10 incomes, especially in today's world, you can help make some money moves in so many different ways. All right, and that's just keeping it real, family. All right, let's get into number 15. Party Noire knows Black joy is transformational, and it embodies this principle with every event it throws. The collective pride itself on operating as a safe space where Black femmes, Black women, and the queer and trans community in Chicago can let loose and feel free without fear of judgment or persecution. It is consistently stands out as a revolutionary concept in a world where the party scene can often be anxiety-inducing at best and downright unsafe at worst. Voted Best Dance Party and Best Party promoted by Chicago Reader 3 years running, Party Noire wants to share space with you if you fall into any of the aforementioned categories and also just so happen to dance to the beat of your own house music drum, because Chicago is the home of house music. So these are great things and a great place for everybody to go and have a great time. So I'm not mad at it. Number 16, with Refined Collective founder IB Majekodunmi, recognize a gap between the growing purchase power of people of color, women, and members of the LGBTQ plus community, and the advancement of businesses in those same communities. As a practical solution, Refined Collective was born, starting off as a free-to-use directory of over 1,500 businesses and freelancers. More recently, it's evolved to become a series of live events and pop-up makers. The pop-up shops, the pop-up events, that's such a big thing. Malls, especially given the fact that brick and mortar is so overpriced, all of which are meant to funnel purchasing power back into the hands of those often underserved communities who need them the most. And that's nothing but love and respect on that all at the same time, because I always say this: who you spend your money with and who you bank with holds way more power than who you vote for. So that's why I said the best way. I remember a year or 2 years ago now, I made a live video talking about, are you voting with your dollars? Majority of the time, most of us, we spend money every day. But who you spending your money with? I can't answer that question, only you can. Number 17, Chicago's largest Black women-owned bookstore is community space dedicated to both literature and artwork from female, BIPOC, and LGBTQ plus creatives. Proprietor Daniel Mullen and her team work around the clock to provide a safe space for customers to relax and release, all while addressing the ongoing challenges of low literacy skills that are commonly seen in low-income communities of color. With the help of donations through their ongoing program, #ClearTheShelves, Semicolon has raised over $175,000 to provide books and financial aid to those in need. In organizations like this, I got nothing but love and respect, because when it comes to reading literacy, and for me, financial literacy, it's one of the most important things ever. So any organization that's helping people get access to those specific resources and that information, more power to you. Number 18, for the past 24 years, Eric Williams has dedicated his life to curating authentic and creative spaces that bring value to the communities it serves. The Silver Room in Hyde Park, and more recently his upscale eatery, Boxville Winery, by providing he provides unique, expertly curated dining and shopping experiences. William aims to empower Chicagoans to embrace a bit of the indulgent and to hone their own sense of personal expression in every aspect of their daily lives. Williams is also the mastermind behind the annual Silver Room Block Party, a highly anticipated summer event that brings together people from far and wide in celebration of the culture and freedom of expression through vendors, food, and of course, amazing music. Now in its 18th year, the Block Party once contained the Harper's Court Promenade on 53rd Street, has officially expanded beyond the block, moving to a larger venue at Oak Street Beach to accommodate its immersely popularity. IYKYK. So nothing but love and respect, and you guys keep up the great work. Number 19, founded back in 2017, a life-changing year for me as well, by Chicagoans Morgan Johnson and Tiffany Walden. The Tribe is a digital media platform that is reshaping the narrative of Black Chicago through independent journalism. And before I go forward, thank you guys to the Tribe that are doing this. You know why? Because like I said, the mainstream media sucks. and I don't mind saying that. I usually don't try to say anything bad, but their idea of news is always to scare the crap out of people. All right, and that they should just be ashamed of themselves, regardless if it's Fox News or CNN or your local news. I'm done with my rant. All right, featuring stories told by and from the perspective of native Black Chicagoans, the tribe provides an alternative voice in a space that is typically dominated by and often drowned out by non-Blacks speaking on Black issues. The tribe reporting captures the truly multi-faceted essence of the Black experience, both in the city and beyond. So it's a beautiful thing, getting different cultures, getting different perspectives, not just in Chicago, but all around the nation and possibly the world all at the same time. Number 20, last but not least. Founded in 2017, and like I said, 2017 was a life-changing year. The end of 2017 is when I started this channel, hard to believe. By Laurel Sims and Erica Allen, Urban Growers Collective is a nonprofit organization dedicated to building and supporting community-based food systems that provide affordable and sustainable eats to the communities they serve and mitigate food insecurity, which a lot of inner cities have around the U.S. In addition to agricultural services, they also operate Fresh Moves Mobile Market. Maybe you spotted it on somebody's feed, on social media, but they actually provide farm pickup produce and healthy eats to Chicago's south and west sides, which that's where a majority of the African Americans Black community lives every single week, as far as the city of Chicago. So with all these great things that the media loves to not pay attention to, it was a pleasure talking about it, and I wish these organizations, corporations, all the best luck. These great businesses, all the best luck in the future and beyond. Also, I hope that if you live in the Chicago area or plan to visit the city, that you will frequent any of these businesses or contribute to any of these nonprofit organizations. So I greatly appreciate you guys watching this. This has probably been one of my longest recorded videos I've made in a long time. But if you don't know Larry's Anything Goes, we sell a variety of products via our online Shopify store. Check us out. Also, if you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual retirement account investor, don't forget to check out WEBULL, Stash, Acorns, Crypto.com, Coinbase, all those platforms you'll be able to make some money moves. We are with Gold Standard Partners, where you not only have the opportunity to buy crypto, but you have the opportunity to buy non-fungible tokens known as NFTs. And if you sign up people to do the same thing, then you'll be able to make money off of their crypto purchases and NFT purchases. And on that note, remember, you can't get fired if you own the company. It's 2023. It's time if you don't own something. Take care, and as I always say, make money moves, or you're gonna live like a fool. Take care.